we've almost made it to St. Lucia. We're about an hour away. We've been dodging sargassum all the way, but it looks like as we get closer to the island, there's like a huge line of it that just goes all the way across the island. So sargassum, you may or may not be familiar with it. It's a it's a weird seaweed, and there is a seasonal bloom of it, and sometimes it's really bad and sometimes it's not. It really depends on the year. I think I was reading yesterday, somebody posted that it comes from some kind of it's caused from some kind of industrial runoff on the island, is what creates the bloom. So I think it might play into how much rain there is a year versus, a drier year. I don't know, but it's really awful, and it smells. It smells bad when it's alive, but when it's up against a beach and it's rotting, it is awful. It's like, for you guys in Charleston, it's like the worst Charleston, low tide smell. Yeah, paper mill, whatever that god-awful smell is in Charleston. It's like that times, 3 or 4. But anyway, it's pretty bad. So we're getting ready to go through another patch of it. I'll turn the camera on it so you can see. Maybe you can see. It's kind of...
Not as big as Snoop just said.
Yeah. Our buddy boat was on the way here about 4 or 5 days ago, and they posted a picture from their boat, and like literally all you could see was brown sargassum. It was like they were in a sea of sargassum. You couldn't even see fresh water. So it's not near that big, but it is very destructive. It's really thick, and kind of coarse, and I know it screwed up one of their props, and then it was messing with our prop on our dinghy. And we definitely have had problems in the past when we've sailed and during this season, and we've had to like turn our prop in reverse to get it off the prop because it just binds it. So, but anyway, other than that, it's been a delightful sail.
Yeah, we're sailing, so.
We have sailed the whole way.
I think we're going to sail through this patch.
Yeah. We've sailed the whole way. We haven't had to turn on the motor. It's been very slow. This was a 3-hour trip, and it's taken us 6 hours. We've averaged, 3.7 knots?
0.7 knots since we pulled.
Yeah, which is pretty slow.
Next time you drive in your car,
drive 3 miles an hour.
Drive 4 miles an hour, and
that's how fast we're moving. But the seas are like just dead calm, and it has been so nice and so relaxing. And it's such a big difference to make a trip and actually sail versus have to motor, because the motor's just loud, and after a while it kind of starts to... It is. It's expensive, and it just starts to grate on your nerves. So this has just been so peaceful. And it's kind of cloudy and overcast, and yeah, I'm going to. Here's the sargassum. So it's been kind of cloudy and overcast, which has also been kind of nice. I had to put on a jacket, but see the sargassum? See all that brown, looks like brown leaves on the water? That's all seaweed. And it's, like I said, it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Maybe you can see it. Let me see if I point down, you might be able to see what it looks like. You can see it, but it's really thick. And I also heard yesterday, or somebody was writing about it, that it's very toxic for the fish. It kills the fish. It sucks the oxygen out of the water or something, and the fish end up suffocating. So yeah, it's just bad stuff. It's stinky. The other thing too is everything gets stuck in it. Like trash will get stuck in logs and limbs, and all that just kind of floats on the surface. because it's so thick. Here we're going through a big patch of it right here. We probably could have avoided it by going that way.
Well, we're sailing.
Yeah.
We're also in there.
Yeah, stinky. See how thick it is? It's really gross. It looks like it goes almost like 6 inches down. Yeah, look at that. Look how far back it goes. We're out. Very pleasant sail. Slow, but pleasant. But AJ felt like the staysail was not tight enough, so he's tightening the halyard a little bit just to give it a little bit more vertical tightness. It's a little floppy. It's actually pretty pleasant right now. We're only doing 5 knots on 11 knots of wind. The seas are really calm, so it's really smooth and comfortable. Okay, we made it back to Bequia. It was a long day. We left at 4:30 this morning. We didn't get to sail near as much as we wanted to. Alright, we made it. This is our snorkel spot. Pretty cool. It's like a, what is this, like an abandoned resort or house?
No, it's not abandoned.
Yeah, ruined.
People living in it still.
In that? Really?
Some of it, yeah.
Wow.
See the laundry hanging up on top?
Wow. Okay. So yeah, this is our snorkel spot.
Really carved into the mountain.
Pretty cool. Pretty wild. Yeah, there's our bay down there. But we're only about a third of the way on the walk to get there. Fortunately, it's like 2 o'clock. So the sun is just baking. Still walking up the hill. Chris says to me, it's only 1 hill. It's just the whole thing's a hill. That is a cashew tree.
One cashew per...
Yeah, 1 cashew per fruit. You can see at the bottom of the little orange fruit, there's a little teeny thing. That's actually the nut.
No wonder they're so expensive.
Yep. They don't grow a whole lot and they're very hard to harvest. It's pretty property. Oh Lord. Ooh.
That's when I get loud.
These are apartments?
Don't overheat them.
Yeah.
You're gonna wilt.
They're beautiful. Yeah, there's always a hill.
This is a hill.
One.
Yeah.
There is a,
If you're lucky, but probably not.
I think there is only one.
Hey guys, so we are on a visit to the Whale Museum today. This is the Bequia Heritage Museum. Out there, that little island right there is actually a working processing plant. Bequia is allowed to still hunt whales at a certain time of the year because it's part of their heritage and culture, and they actually caught one about 10 days ago. So anyway, this is a whale museum. We're really excited to be here. We've tried to come a couple times and never made it work. I will film what I can. I'm not sure how open they are to that, but hopefully I can get some shots of some things while we're in there. But pretty cool to find out some of the history and heritage around this little island. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. We're here with a big group. Marley's here, and what's the other boat? I can't remember the other boat's name. And then the guests that are with Snoopin' are here. So there's a group of 10 of us, which is kind of fun. So anyway, you'll see what I can show you.
So, here you go, here you go, here you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay guys, so I didn't really film anything in there, but absolutely the most, I think, informative presentation that we've seen, for sure, traveling. And she made it very interesting. We did do a quick little pass of some of the artifacts that were in there. The lighting makes it do kind of funny things, so I'm not sure if it'll show up. But we're gonna go next door and do some other look at some other things as well. So really, really cool. Highly recommend this place if you come to Bequia to take the time to come to the museum. You really find out a lot about Bequia culture, as well as just the whole, revolution around the Caribbean and how it came to be what it is. So really, really cool.
Whale stuff next.
Yeah, I think so. Is there another presentation, or? I hope so.
You want to see what's under that?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's one here.
That's what you jump on the wheels back with.
The one at the top. Yeah, the last. Yeah.
Oh, that the,
This is what they use to snag the whale with. That's the harpoon. And this harpoon is attached to 900 feet of rope in that boat next door.
Okay.
Presently, I think prosecution told me they're using 1,000 feet. So once they get that, then if it's going to be pulling the boat, eventually it's going to get tired. And sometimes they will put a second harpoon in it to even slow it down a little bit more. And eventually they will get close and they will use the lance to take it out. And
How-
then somebody now gets on it and they sew the mouth shut, you see. But it's not like using a needle and thread. It's just using the blowholes as the entrance, and they make a cut under the lower jaw. So you go in and out and you secure that. Because if you don't close that mouth as they drag it, it's going to fall upon water.
Fills with water.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long, I mean, I know that's a kind of probably a loaded question, but how long does that whole process take from the time they harpoon?
Okay, this year, let me see what time. When we launched that they harpoon the whale, I think it was it before 12 o'clock or shortly after? But anyhow, by the time the whale got into Bequia, it was already like late in the evening. So I think the harpooner told me from the time they harpoon the whale to killing it can take them like a half hour. But in the past, it would have taken hours. Right. Because these guys would have had that whale running, swimming, until they got really tired, that they can pull themselves closer to it when it stops. Yeah, but now you have to kill it faster. So they try to get it out between 25-30 minutes.
Wow, that's way faster than I would have ever expected. Yeah.
But I mean, it may take a little bit longer, but that's the time.
Roughly. Yeah. Wow.
Because it depends as well on the size of the whale, the strength according to when you give it that first iron, how deep it went.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're connected to help with a bit. If it's not that weak, then you give it a second harpoon, and the same thing with the lances.
Do they look specifically for certain size whales? Do they pass up on certain whales because they are too big, or
No, not too big,
too small? Okay.
Yeah, because
Never too big.
If
Never
it's
too
a
big.
mother with a calf, they're going to leave those alone.
Right.
If it's a calf swimming by itself, and what if they see one whale by itself and it's a certain size, because their boat is about 27-28 feet, I think, in length.
Right.
So they are not going to take anything that's the length of the boat.
Okay.
That's way too small. So this year the whale they caught was 45 feet.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think anything above, I don't want to give her but anything I think past 35 and up, they will try to get.
Okay.
Yeah, because an adult whale would be like 40 to 60 feet in length.
And then how do they spot them? Do they spot them? Do they have lookouts on the island?
What present day is like, especially Paget Farm, during the whale season, which is February to April, once you get up, you're going to be looking out there to see if you see a blow. Because once you see a whale, and if you're lucky to call the whalers, and they go there and they catch that whale, you're going to get your fish, your feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, because they would have to be carrying out glass. Like back in the day when that was underwater, these guys would have been launching out from Friendship straight across the bay. But presently the boats launch from Bequia. And from the time one person says blows, eventually the whole area is going to be shouting blows. And sometimes you haven't seen the whale, but just the sound of blows is going to dry you out.
Right.
Yeah, and in my childhood days in school, whenever we heard blows back in the Paget Farm school, there was no airport there, so we were seeing the whale hunt. Because the boats would basically be sailing back and forth depending on where the whale goes. And we would start to sing a song that we call the whale anthem that says, glass flashing on a hill, somebody see a whale. Spread the news, spread it around, somebody see a whale. Blows, blows, they shout, when they see the whale spout. Everybody eye fixed on the sea, with blows, blows in their mouths. The boat set up their sail, started to chase the whale. Aunt Neil stand with the iron in his hand and crack it inside the whale. The whale started to run, Aunt Neil pelted a bomb. Everybody shout when they see the whale spout, now we're in for some fun. The boat started to tow, everyone is aglow, and this is why we are happy, right?
Right.
Because it's dove whale and ferine, boiled whale and blubber to eat with boiled potatoes. So that's what we call the whale anthem, and it was written by Eldon Hazel. Yes, he used to be teaching at the Paget Farm Government School back in that period.
That's awesome.
That's our whale anthem.
That's
and
awesome.
we would have been singing that every day during the whale season, February to April, in primary school during the morning assembly. Yeah. And when a whale was caught, say they harpoon the whale today, you're in the classroom, school closed doors.
Wow.
And the following day when they took it to the whale station, in my time it would have been on the Pitty Nevis,
Yeah.
then nobody went to school. And the government have never said to this day, okay, We know the children are not going to stay in school, so let's close it. But the children close the school. But presently, it's much different now. Yes, school is going to be in session, but there's still a lot of students who would not show up for school.
Yeah, that's so cool.
What's the process that you take for a whale? Like how long is it?
Okay, as in when they catch it, okay, when they catches it, well, the guy told me they try to get it from the time it's harpooned to getting it killed. He said it can take about 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah, but I think it depends on the size of the whale too. And if it's aggressive, it's going to take them away.
Right, it's gonna fight a little more.
Yeah. And then they would tow it into the island. Well, if it's the guys from Lacombe that harpooned, last year they took it straight to the whale station across there. But this year, they brought it into Paget Farm because the Paget Farm guys are harpooned, and it would have been too late to start the butchering process. So they allowed it to sit down at their fisheries until the following day. Then they would take it to the island just offshore there. That's we call the whale station, sample key, and then they butcher it in the water. And that process itself takes more than 1 day. Because at the end of the day, the following day, people still went back there and got meat from that whale. Yeah, because you collect whale, like the second day whale meat, some people collect it for farming purposes, the salting and drying. Yeah, but the first day, we say that is a dove whale. Because that's the fresh meat, and the doving process, it's basically getting the blubber. You put that in some cubes, and then you add that in an iron pot because you want the oil to render. So once you have enough oil to cover the amount of meat you have, and your meat is seasoned with herbs, there is no fancy seasoning like ketchup or browning, none of that. And then you add that meat to that oil with the blubber, and it cooks in the oil. So you cook that, and it will, at a period, it will turn brown, but there's no browning added. But you're gonna know when it's finished as well, because it will have some liquid, because the meat would have liquid. So you're gonna know when it's evaporated, like all the water, because it's gonna stop bubbling. So you're gonna get that nice oil covering your meat. And then now you can keep that meat in a container covered in its oil outside of a fridge. Once you have a nice airtight container, you can keep that out of your fridge for some months.
It's like canning.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it good?
For us, yes. Some persons may not like the taste, but for us, we like the taste. Even on island, there are some people who won't eat it because of religious purposes. But most people I know in Paget Farm try to get the meat. Even the Adventists don't eat whale meat. But if I am at work and in Hamilton, because I am from Paget Farm, but I'm now living in Hamilton, so unless I look on Facebook, a whale can be out there and I wouldn't know. Because the culture on that side of the island is different than around here. So around here, when a whale is out, everybody tries to get out to see where this whale is. In Hamilton, you wouldn't know because you're not hearing blows around here. But in Paget Farm, the whole area is going to be lit with blows. And then if I'm over there now, I will be checking Facebook. And some of the pages I'll be checking, they're Adventists. But they are avid whale watchers. They're going to be looking out there for that whale. Yeah, some of them, one guy told me, he says, Sunni, I don't eat it, but I just love when it's blows time. I love to see them catching it, and I love to go to look at it.
All the excitement of it all.
He loves the excitement.
Yeah.
So do people travel over to get their portion of the meat? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have to go to the island there to buy your meat. Because I remember one year they said they wanted, that was during the COVID period, like shortly after the COVID. And I think it was 2021. They wanted to sell some of the meat on Bequia. So one of the guys was saying they were putting them in boats to bring down, and a lot of people was at the fisheries waiting to get meat. And I was like, I don't trust this process, because it wasn't like a big whale. And then because no whale was caught like the year before. Everybody was trying to get that meat. But we took the chance to go over. When we went, we still didn't get. But we saw them put whale in the boat to bring over to the island. But the whale meat never got
made it. Yeah.
People were taking the meat from one boat
That's
to the
not
other
cool.
before it could reach over to the island. And because you would have people like coming up from Grenada Islands, and they are going to come to look for whale meat as well.
Yeah.
What's it? If you were to describe it, what's it taste most like? Is it like any other fish or any other kind?
Not that I ever eaten.
Nothing. It's very unique.
It's for us it's unique because I asked my father that same question because people would ask me. I'm not like a big meat. I don't eat a lot.
Right, so you don't know how to
meat.
compare it. Yeah.
Right. But he will tell you that the texture would be similar to the beef, but it doesn't taste like beef. He
Okay.
says it just tastes like whale.
Yeah.
Tastes like whale. Okay. All right. I want to try some now because I.
But the texture's like beef. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
That's like shark. Shark meat.
Is it?
Is very yeah.
Yeah, I've never had shark.
It's close. It's not exactly.
It's dense like
It's
meat.
very dense. Yeah.
Huh. And then how do you actually prepare it, like to eat?
Okay.
Well, it's already cooked
This
at that point,
is-
right?
Yeah, that's cooked. This is me preparing it. I have a YouTube channel that so this is me making, this is the oil.
It's a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's the oil there.
I so enjoyed that. I really wish I could have videoed the presentation because it was fabulous. It was probably a good hour, maybe a little over an hour, with a slideshow presentation. It was just great. Cute homes over here. Alright, we're making our way down the beachfront here to Sandbar, I think is what it's called, restaurant. Maybe have lunch, maybe get in the water, we'll see. The other day when we went out to dump the tank, you could hardly see any kind of chop. And then we got out there and it was crazy. So if you can see it from here, it ain't good. I'm just gonna let her keep going. These tables are beautiful. The restaurant has swings.
Love swings.
Yeah. I should have been sitting in the swing. The swing's nice. It's a cute place. Yeah. Yeah, little sofas and nice place to hang out. Pretty view. Water's a little eh. There's a lot of stuff in the water right now. So that's not very inviting, but still pretty cool.
they'll be hanging from a spot for so
I made
long.
it to the dinghy dock.
They
but
go to reach
the
for
dinghy's
a
not.
branch and they grab their own arm and they've forgotten that they've been holding on and then they let go and they fall and so they fall all the time.
So they're not very smart.
They're not very smart, but their backs are designed to take hits.
Take
so-
the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was crazy. 'Cause
That's
I was
wild.
Like, oh my god, that poor sloth.
I know.
They're like, oh,
Oh,
daughter's
they're used
fine
to
and
it.
the sloth's fine. But I think to humor me, they did go down below the canopy to find it, and they're like, oh yeah, it's fine. It's like climbing back up.
All right, so there's Jack's. We made it this far, but we still have to walk around the boardwalk and climb the kind of vicious stairs to get back to the other side where our dinghy is. This is a brand new boardwalk since we've been here. I think they were working on it in February last time we were here. They just had to rebuild it. It was damaged.
Yeah, we used to walk
Yeah.
where the wall is now.
Yeah, it was damaged in the hurricane. So they built a new one. What is that? Oh, needlefish eating something?
Fish eating the fish.
Yeah. It's very steep.
It's probably
Okay. All right. Last push to get up this section. And then it should be downhill. Almost made it. Almost to the end of the boardwalk. That's the Plantation Hotel property right there, which is just beautiful. We've been there a couple times to play games and hang out, and then last year at Thanksgiving we had dinner there, which was really cool. Just making our way down the walkway. There's a really good smoothie place up here. Yeah, this is cool. This is a little inn. I think we looked at it last time we were here. I don't think it has a pool though. Yeah, I think we talked about that. It's like it's really cute, but there's no pool. This is fig tree, right? Right here. So close. Fig Tree, another restaurant. We've eaten there once before. It's pretty good. They're closed. It's kind of the end of the season. A lot of places are closing up because there's just not enough business. Max Pizza Kitchen, doing some remodeling. Dive shop. Another little gifty shop. And an ice cream shop. And it's open. Owner, restaurant bar. Pretty cute. Here's the place that's always open, but nobody's ever there. Frangipani. Yep, love the smoothie place. Got back to the boat from our day excursion and now we're heading over to float, I think. Looks like everybody's over there at the beach. Alright, we've come up to the beach. Just to get in the water, float a little bit. It's really, really hot. A lot of people out here. There's a big party catamaran. My friends on Vigari, right over there.
This work? You
Heading up.
wanna
This
jump
is
in
fine.
there or you want to go
Yeah,
closer?
this is fine. She jumped off and swam to the beach. Hillary is not cooperating.